I think in a previous video I mentioned something about taking my stereo system out of my 2020 Pro XP because I'm going a different direction with that. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, well, we're going a different direction. It did its job, wasn't fully happy, so wanted to upgrade the stereo system. If you don't know, I had a Gnome Nut V5 tower speaker set up. I'll show you. This guy here, just a amp, Bluetooth controller, and then 2 tower speakers. Like I said, they did their job, but there's just always something missing with those. And that something is bass. There's a few routes I could have went because they make all kinds of different little subs. So I just stuck with the Gnome brand. They make a universal sub. Boom. Pretty basic. Got a couple mounting options. We'll go over that later. So we still have to figure out where we want to mount it because everything's kind of a universal setup. It's not made for this machine. It's just marine stereo equipment. So got to figure all that out. No time to do it today. So gonna pack this crap back up and then we'll get to it another day.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time shadow cat, part-time.
Pretty sure Steph's jealous of my stereo purchase because she's still using that stupid little JBL clip that you can barely hear. And yeah, she's not happy with me, but you know, she'll get over it. My feet slap, my feet slap.
One pair of pants later.
Alright, we had a little fun with that intro there. Well, at least I did. Steph was a bit reluctant. Not only did her 21 RZR XP1000 Trails and Rocks edition get the grandma's whips, get the tower speakers and sub, rock lights, lighted mirrors. At our last trip at the Badlands, it was her first trip in some real terrain. It got its identity, it got a name. That thing just kind of creeps over everything because of her gear reduction from the factory. So, boom, this machine is called Creek. So I know this video is a bit backwards with you already seeing the finished product, but that's because of the type of intro we were shooting and to finish that whole thing. And the overall length of this project, we started this, I don't know, sometime around Thanksgiving, and the project kept evolving. We had to wait for parts, had to do it all, had to film, and had other projects going on, and put up insulation in the garage. I mean, just a lot happened in that little bit of time. And then it turned into a lot of bit of time. So now I'm going to send you back to about Thanksgiving-ish time. And you can see how this whole project evolved. And we go over the products that got thrown on this machine a bit more. And you just get to see how this all happened. So go check that out. And I'll catch up with you after you see that. So the plan all along was to get the sub and take the tower speakers out of my machine and then put all of that in her machine. Biggest reason is I don't really use the radio. I'm always focused on filming, and I can't be filming and have George Strait playing in the background. There's copyright issues, so I don't even use my radio pretty much ever. So big thing to do now is start mocking it up in her machine, figure out where we want to put it. This video is probably going to take a couple weeks to make. We have more than just a radio going in her machine. While we have it torn apart to do the electrical for the stereo system, we also want to take advantage of the openness and do some other electronic upgrades. We got her some side mirrors with little lights on them. I'll show you those here. All right, they're cheapies, X-Sprite off Amazon, less than $100 because you bash mirrors into everything, and we just don't want to spend $700 on lighted mirrors. So we're going to give those a whirl. And then we're probably going to be installing some lighted whips while we have everything apart. We don't have the whips yet. That's part of the reason I'm saying this video is going to take a while. I'm going to start mocking the tower speakers up and the sub and try to figure out where everything's going to go. Once I do that, then I'm going to tear all the plastics out so I can start wiring.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I think we got it mocked up. Tower speaker, sub overhead. We can still fine tune it here. But that's it. Now we can start tearing the plastics apart, start wiring. But guys, plastics.
Yeah.
One pair of pants later.
I said I was going to start tearing it apart, and we did that and a little more. As you can see, we have an absolute mess going on. Boom, boom, boom. But we threw the mirrors on so we can kind of get the wiring figured out where we want to run that. So that's what those will look like. They may be moved down some. Yeah, I would assume they're going to be moved down some when we have the windshield on. We mounted the amp right here. What else did we do? We started fishing some of the wires through for the amp. We're going to run them through and then down and through the tunnel to get to the battery. I still have to go pick up some hardware, but we're gonna put the relay for the mirrors here. Easy access to the wiring and fuses. Got to add a fusible link here for the amp. And then I threw the switch in for the mirrors. I'm supposed to be inside editing the next video for you guys, but I'm going to try and get a little bit of this wiring done just because there's a bunch. And then hopefully next week we'll be ordering some whips for this, so that's more wiring. So I don't want to get too far behind. What's up, guys? Little update on the Creeper project. Like I said in the beginning, at least I hope I did, this is going to be quite a long ongoing project, a lot of electrical, and we made that project. We added a little more to this project. We decided to add rock lights while we have everything torn apart. We do have those in. That little set there, and then got the switch for that, and we also have these whip mounts, you know, that'll go here. We got power running to the amp. That's all in here. Currently trying to decide how I want to run the wires for the sub and for the speakers. This cage doesn't really have a good place to run the wires through the cage, so I can't run down this post because I'm going to be mounting the whips here. So I'm going to run the wires, I believe, up and then down the inside of this tube here and down into the chassis. Yeah, not set in stone yet. That's kind of what I'm working on today. So, to give you a time frame, we started this project, I think, shortly after Thanksgiving, and it is now Christmas Day, and yeah, still going. But every time we get somewhere, we seem to add something. So, rock lights, nothing's done on this machine. We just got those in, so I got to start figuring that out too. But I did get the mirrors done. I'll show you that now. I gotta find a place to put you guys first. Hold on. That'll work. You guys are currently hooked up to my impact gun, so don't fall. Pretty bright. See, like I said, I did get something done. So yeah, let's just get to wiring. I don't know how much I'm going to show you because this video, there's so much wiring, and it'll be like a 4-hour video if I show everything. So yeah, I'm going to get to work. I got a lot of work done on old JC's birthday, and I got the stereo completely wired in, working, tested it. And I'll show you a little clip of that now.
Sip X, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead like I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom.
So as you can see, that's done. I'll show you a little overview of what I did. So last time I caught up with you guys, I said I was going to run the wiring. So that's what this is. Runs down this tube on both sides. And then I got it ran on the frame rails here. And it all comes through here. And everything runs through the tunnel. And up here, there's the Bluetooth controller and the amp. It's ran here. That's got some little machine screws holding it on. On to the next thing we did. After spending all of JC's birthday doing that stuff, I got started on the rock lights. So I got 2 there. And then in the front, we got 1 on each side. I did it a little different than we did on both Pro XPs. Both Pro XPs, everything is ran through a piece of plastic and sandwiched. And I went with the contoured pads, and I actually drilled and tapped into the frame for the front and rear ones. So the fronts each have 1 of these. And then in the rear, same thing. It's up here. And wiring wise for those, pretty much same idea as the stereo, same kind of routes. Ran up to the front to the little controller. And that's it, pretty simple stuff. And I know you probably don't care about that type of stuff. You want to see them lit up. So I'll show you that here. So now the big thing before we can button the whole machine back up, we're waiting on the whips. The 21 Trails and Rocks last piece of the puzzle is here. Got Grandma's whips. These are 4-footers. They're mag base like this. Magnet, boom. So their logo is awesome. We absolutely love it. You get a little switch with it. I hope that focus is okay. But hilarious also. And the rest is normal whip stuff. The little base. And then your control box and wiring. So we're gonna get these bad boys installed. And then that's it on this project. Before we start on that, I just want to shout them out. Grandma's whips. They didn't give these to us or anything like that. We bought them, but I just appreciate their customer service. When these were done, we got a text message from them with a picture of it saying it's shipped, gave us a tracking number, and then they said if you have any questions, concerns with hooking it up with the app or anything, give them a call or text them. And it's just awesome customer service, so shout out to them.
11 minutes later.
Don't have them wired in, but this is kind of what we're looking at with the whips. All right, Grandma's whips are installed. Wham, bam. I didn't really film any of it because...
Big boy. Come on. Let's go. Sorry.
It's alright. Because it's all pretty much the same as all the other electronics in this, but we got the box mounted up in a pour spot up there. And just like everything else, all the wires ran through the tunnel and up to the switch and the bus bar, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Now, I haven't made sure they work yet, so we're going to do that live on the air now. And we'll see how stupid this makes me look. Clock's making some weird-ass noises.
Get them on Bluetooth, let's see everything fucking rocking
Yeah.
and rolling.
Yeah.
Come on. Today, Junior.
It's a small world after all.
Oh, shut up, dude.
See, like I said, this project was kind of all over the place. Kept adding shit on, but we got it done. She's super happy with how everything turned out. I'm super happy. So that's it for this until we decide to throw more parts at it. If you're not already, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate that. Like the videos. Comment on the videos. Share them with your grandparents. All that fun stuff. Gotta keep wiggling our way through that YouTube algorithm. So, yeah, that's it on this machine. And I think we'll catch you on the next project. I'm not sure what the next video is after this because we're shooting like 4 videos at the same time. So, peace.
Super bass got move, move. Got DJ live on Kurt Cobain, move, move. Sit bass, that super bass got move, move.